Hello guys, welcome to the second part of my tutorial. If you've not seen the first part, you can check my channel. You see the first part of this tutorial, which is the cutting of the dress. So if you've watched the video, so this is me continue with the sewing. So for the upper part of the dress, what you see me doing there is me applying the interface, that's like the hemming gum to gum the lace, that is the pattern to the Mikado fabric, so that it will give it a neat finishing. And that is what you see me doing. I have applied the hemming gum to the tool and the material to use hot iron to stick it together, and this I'm doing for the back of the dress. Please, if you're joining my channel for the first time, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. So here I'm done sticking them together, so we'll go ahead to stitch them together. So I'll be taking it to the sewing machine now to stick it together, to stitch it together. So we'll start with it, because I'm doing inner sewing. That means you'll be sewing the lining and the upper part and the inner part separately before joining it together. So for me, I always advise to use your pin to secure your fabric when you want to sew, so you will not make mistake when you're sewing. So for the outer part of the dress, we'll use the pin to stick the shoulder parts together. Then I'll go ahead to sew half an inch. I'll go in by half an inch for the shoulder parts, which you can see me doing now. I'm done with the stitching, the first one, and this is the second part. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to open it up. If you want to iron that shoulder part, you can go ahead and do that, which you see me doing. Then I'll go ahead to do the same thing to the lining. So this is the lining. I'm using doll face for my lining, so you go ahead and do the same thing. You can see I'm done with that. Then, because I'm making this dress for a 3-month-old baby, so I cut out this like a rope to secure the dress for the baby. So then I will just fold the rope. You fold the long rope into two, then you cut it. You go in just like as you can see me doing. You just cuff it and just cut it to bring out that pattern. Then I'll go ahead and sew it, and then I'll turn it inside out and iron it. Once you're done with that, we'll go ahead to turn the second one as well. Now I'm done with it, and I'll take it to iron it out, which you see that I have done here. I'll come back to my sewing machine, and I would start with the main fabric. You place, just watch what I'm doing right now. So you're going to place the rope inside the dress like so. You place one, you come up by, from your waistline, you come up by 1 or 1.5 inches and place the rope. You can see that I'm using my needle to secure the two sides of the dress, so I don't make any mistake. I always advise beginners, when you're making dresses for children, always have your pin with you to secure the sides. So I'll go in by 1.5 inches for the sides of the dress. I made a mistake here. I did not add the rope before joining the sides, which I'm going to lose it later. I actually did I did mistake on both sides. I was done sewing the both sides of the dress before I realized that I didn't place the rope inside before sewing it. So I'm going to lose this part now. So it's just like a sign that whenever you're making dresses like this, you have to be careful so you don't make the same mistake. So now I have to look for my seam, repart the stitches that I've done. So I'll carefully use my seam ripper to rip out all the mistake I made. So once I'm done with that, then you see that I'll go ahead to place the rope inside the dress before sewing it, before joining it together. So now I'm done with the other part, the first part. So you can see me placing the rope inside just like so, and then you come up with 1 inch or half an inch. Yeah, I think I use half an inch. Then you will use your pin to secure it once again so it doesn't move, because that I'm working with a liquid material and it's very very slippery. So I will go ahead and take the dress and sew my pin, and then I will stitch it with the rope inside just like so. I will repeat the same method on the other part of it, or the other side of the dress. Once I'm done doing that, then I'll go ahead and repeat the same method on the other side of the dress like I said. So this is me trying to use my seam ripper to rip out the other side as well. So I've done the same. I'm repeating the same pattern, the same method on the other side of the dress. So I'll use my pin to secure the rope, and then I'll go ahead and stitch it down. Now I'm done with it. As you can see, we are done with the upper part of the dress, as you can see now. So I'll take it to my ironing table to iron out the sides flat, so it will give it a very neat finishing. So I'll go and iron it now. I'll go ahead and iron it so you can give it a neat finishing. You can iron the sleeve area and the shoulder area as well. Here I'll go ahead and repeat the same method on the lining. So that is what, as you can see me doing, that is what I'm doing. I'm trying to sew the sides of the lining. Once I'm done with that, I will also take it to the ironing table to iron it out. So right now I'm done ironing the sides, and as you can see, it's having a very nice finishing already. I've ironed the lining and also the main fabric. So I'm done with the upper part of the dress. So the next thing we're going to do right now is to place the lining, that is the neck area of the lining, and join it to the main fabric like so. Make sure that the shoulder of the lining and the shoulder of the main material are on the same parts. As you can see, I will use my pin to secure that part. Then I will check the other shoulder line. You make sure that the shoulder line of the lining and the fabric, they are accurate like so, as you can see me doing now. So, and you also use your pin to secure it as well. Then you go ahead and sew it round. When you're sewing, make sure that you would leave the zip allowance. You leave the zip allowance, which is 1 inch. Then you will start sewing from that. As you can see, I'm leaving 1 inch allowance for my sewing, for my zip area. Then you will sew round, and the other side as well, you leave 1 inch allowance for the zipper. So you go in by half an inch round carefully when you're stitching it. When you have to be very careful when you're stitching it. So that is what I'm doing right now. Please, if you're joining my channel, you're watching my video for the first time, this is the second part of this tutorial. You can do well to check my channel for the first part of the tutorial, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. So I'm done with joining the neck area. Then I'll go ahead to notch the neck area, and I will fold it in and top stitch on that neck area. Once I'm done with that, this is the final look. Once I'm done with the top stitch, as you can see, you see that it makes the neck area very very neat, It makes it very, very neat. You can go ahead and use your lining to also iron the lining down to give it a very neat finishing. So you can see. Then the next thing we're going to do is to pin our armhole together like so. We will make sure that the shoulder line of the fabric and the shoulder line of the lining are on the same part, and then you use your pin to stitch it together so you don't make any mistake when you're joining the sleeve. So that is what you see me doing. Once I'm done doing that, so now we'll go ahead to the skirt part of the dress, that which is the down part of the dress. So the first thing to do is to fold our pattern. So if you check the video of the dress, you will see that it has a kind of cascade pattern at the upper layer before the plain tulle. So that is what I'm trying to achieve here. I'll just go in with my scissors. It's just a freehand cutting. I'll just go in with my scissors and make a kind of curve shape. I'll just curve it round to make a kind of curve shape. Just going like so. So once I'm done, you will see that it has that sharp effect, that same pattern that you saw on the video. So once you're done with that, I will just go ahead to ruffle that to the pattern to net. That is the first thing I'm going to ruffle. Layer my plain to net and give it a straight stitch. Once I'm done with that, this is what we have. I'll start gathering it because it's a straight stitch. You have to be very careful when you are gathering it. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for all the plain to nets. As you can see, I did the same thing for the pattern to nets. I also did a straight stitch and then I gathered it. So I'll just go ahead and join the gathered two nets to the upper part of the dress to form the base. Please, if you're joining my channel for the first time, please do well to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. So like you can see here, I'm joining the I'm sorry I didn't place my camera well so you can see the full, but what I'm simply doing here is joining the gathered two to the upper bodies. That is what I'm doing here. The next thing we're going to do is to join the lining, which is also gathered, to the two nets like so. So that is what you see me doing now, and this is the finished look for the upper bodies after I've joined the tulle and the lining to the upper bodies. So this is what we have. So once I've done that, the next thing is just to attach the zip to the dress. Once we attach the zip, we are done with the dress. So I'll be showing you the finished look of the dress. So this is how the finished look of the dress looks like. As you can see, I've had the zipper, and I also had some beautiful applique in front. You can use your gum to just stick that to the dress. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe and turn on your notification to notify when I upload new videos. Thank you. Bye.